Hey, I'm Brian from the Somerset, and you're watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I would like to welcome you to our interview with the Somerset.
How's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Just thanks for taking the time to have a chat. I know how crazy and hectic tour schedules can be, so we really do appreciate it.
Of course, happy to be here. We're coming to the end of the tour, so it's kind of bittersweet, I guess.
Just tell me a little bit about that. When you reflect back on everything, do you have any standout moments?
Yeah, it's been different than other tours in the past because we took a long break before this one, so I felt like I was more appreciative of every single show on this tour instead of just the big ones. I think it was really cool to revisit a lot of cities we hadn't been to in a long time. And it was really nice. We were playing 90 minutes every single night and playing 19, 20 songs a night, and we've never done that before, so it was a very ambitious tour for us, and I feel like we accomplished a lot more than I thought we were going to. So.
And you're doing a lot of cool VIP meet and greets with your fans before the shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, so have you had any neat moments with them?
It's just been really nice because we play a couple songs from the record acoustic in the meet and greet and tell stories as to how songs were written. And I like to think of myself as somebody who just loves stories, so that's what the pride of a lot of these songs are about. And it's been nice to kind of share those moments with the people who come to our shows early.
And you're touring in support of Stories for Monday.
Yeah, that's correct.
And I'm really digging the single Figure Me Out because it just feels like a real coming-of-age track to me.
Yeah.
Was that what initially inspired that?
Yeah, I think that song was written pretty much purely out of frustration, I guess. We'd been making the album for a long time, and it wasn't really coming together the way I wanted it to. And I was getting really discouraged. And I honestly, I went back to Arizona where my parents live, just to specifically not write music, just to like go home and just see my mom. And I it was kind of in a moment where I wasn't looking for it, where I ended up writing Figure Me Out at like 2 a.m. at my parents' house, just out of pure frustration and out of like kind of this moment of trying to figure out the difference between who I am now and who I was when we started this band. And I'm really proud of that song because that song has kind of come a long way in the last couple of weeks, and I feel like it has so much further to go. And when I wrote that song, there were just no expectations, and it's really fun to watch that song kind of grow.
If you could go back as of right now and tell yourself from when you first started the band any advice or any kind of warnings for what's to come, what would you have said?
Be patient,
yeah.
Probably. I think I spent so much of our early years in this wanting everything and wanting it now, per se. And what I've loved now at 26 is I feel like rejuvenated and younger than ever because I'm patient about all of this now. I don't feel like I need all the answers by 22. Now I feel like I know more of the answers by 26, and there's still a lot to learn. So
you feel like you figured yourself out a little bit more?
Just a little bit, but not a ton. Just there's still a lot left.
And then the Stories for Monday album artwork, it's like this crazy party's going on, and the band members are just standing there looking at the camera.
Yeah.
So what's been one of the crazier parties you've been to?
Ooh. One time we crashed a wedding by accident on tour in Ohio like 6 years ago. We played a show in Cincinnati, Ohio, and went back to our hotel. Honestly, we were really tired and had no plans of doing such a thing, but there were people everywhere, and we learned there was a wedding reception happening at the hotel. So we went upstairs and changed into our nicest clothes, and I put a suit on, which vindicated my theory on tour of I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So I put on a suit, and I went downstairs, and we crashed a wedding, and the family totally accepted us, and It was probably the most fun I've ever had.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to do a little quick fire round with you?
All right, can do.
All right. So what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Ooh, weirdest thing I've ever eaten. First thing that came to mind was cow tongue when I was in Japan. That was pretty strange. But I'm sure I'm forgetting something. But cow tongue was pretty weird.
Do you Google yourself for the band often?
No.
No.
No,
because
because we've been a band for 9 years, and if you Google the Somerset, it ends up being a bunch of weird 2007 photos from our MySpace that I don't want to relive anymore.
You're done with those.
I'm trying not to relive those anymore.
Well, what's your favorite pastime when not focusing on the Somerset?
My favorite pastime when not focusing on the Somerset. Is there a pastime? I like my favorite pastime when not focusing on the Somerset. Honestly, it usually just has a lot to do with like coffee and making coffee. Just like it has a lot to do with just making coffee.
And if you were to create a dating profile for yourself right now, which words would you use to describe yourself?
Stay away. No, I would probably say must love dogs.
Okay. Do you have any dogs?
My parents have. I grew up with dogs. My parents have my parents have a dog I rescued a few years ago. It's grown to love them more than me because I tour all the time. An ex-girlfriend and I had a dog amicably together as well once, but I'm surrounded by dogs pretty often.
Well, to wrap things up today, I want to bring it back to the fans. Anything you want to say to them all who will be viewing?
Just thank you if you came out to the Stories from Monday tour. This one was a really cool one for us. We're really happy to still be a band, and we're really grateful for you for being a part of it.
Just thank you for your time today.
Thank you guys.
It's my pleasure. See you next time.
See ya.